There's a moment in every life where everything just goes quiet. Not peaceful quiet, but the kind of silence that presses against your chest. The kind that makes you realize no one is coming. No one is knocking on that door. No one is showing up with a blueprint for your escape. No miracle, no lifeline, no rescue, just you and the weight of your own survival. You sit in that silence. At first, you deny it. You tell yourself maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. Maybe if you just wait long enough, things will change on their own. You stare at your phone, hoping for a message. You open social media, looking for a sign. You scroll endlessly, as if an answer might be hidden in a caption or a headline. You talk yourself into believing that if you just stay patient, something will shift. That maybe someone is watching your struggle and they'll step in before it gets worse. But deep down, you know, no one is coming. No one is coming to fix what's broken. No one is coming to give your life meaning. No one is coming to lift you from the pit you've been pretending isn't there. And the longer you wait, the deeper it sinks in. It's a slow drowning, not in water, but in your own delay. Every second you hope for help, you give away the power to help yourself. It's not because the world is evil. It's because it's indifferent. It doesn't care if you waste your potential. It doesn't care if your dream dies in your hands. It doesn't care if you live the same year over and over and call it a life. This world doesn't owe you closure. It doesn't owe you clarity. It only responds to action. It rewards the ones who decide, no matter what, I move. And I know you've suffered. You've held pain behind your eyes for years. You've shown up for people who never showed up for you. You've been silent in rooms where you should have screamed. You've smiled through storms that should have broken you. But surviving isn't the same as living, and waiting is not the same as building. You keep hoping for a clean break, for motivation to appear and take over, for someone to finally see how much you're holding together. But hope without movement is a slow death. It's a quiet erosion of your power, a slow surrender that convinces you your story is out of your hands. But here's the truth, no one tells you. No one is coming to save you. And that's the greatest gift life will ever give you, because it means everything that happens next is on you, not on them, not on timing, not on fate, on you. You are the one who decides when this chapter ends. You are the one who decides what this pain becomes. You are the one who decides if this moment is your downfall or your rebirth. You think you need another chance. You think you need more time. You think you need someone to believe in you. But what you need is to stop lying to yourself. Stop telling yourself you're not ready. Stop waiting for someone to carry the weight you were built to lift. You were never meant to be rescued. You were meant to rise. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need a flawless plan. You just need to stand up while it still hurts. To move even when your legs are shaking. To speak life into your own name. To hold the line for your future self. Even if no one claps. Even if no one sees it but you. You start with the smallest promise. I won't abandon myself again. Because the version of you that survives this will be forged in silence. Not when people cheer, but when no one sees you. Not when it's easy, but when it hurts. Not when you're confident, but when you move despite fear. This is the part of the story no one claps for. No music, no medals. Just the slow, painful decision to become something greater. To become someone you would have needed. And once you make that decision, the ground shifts. You stop waiting. You stop hoping someone else will make it easier. You stop needing a savior because you finally understand. You are the answer. The fire. It's already in you. The fight. Already in your blood. The plan starts the moment you stop giving up on yourself. No one is coming, so stay in. Rebuild. Refuse to be buried by the things meant to break you. Because the most powerful moment in your life is the one where you decide you're not waiting anymore. You're becoming. You made the decision, not because you felt ready, but because waiting was starting to cost too much. And now, everything shifts. You stop bargaining with your potential. You stop trying to be saved. You start acting like someone who knows the world isn't fair and still fights anyway. You don't need someone to tell you you're worthy. You don't need a perfect path laid out. You just need to take the next step with whatever strength you've got left, because no one is coming. But you're here now, and that matters more than you realize. You used to beg for signs. Now you create them. You used to fear being alone. Now you use the silence to sharpen your edge. You used to chase comfort. Now you chase growth. You used to crumble at the thought of doing this alone. But now you understand. Doing it alone is what made you solid. And every time the fear returns, because it will, you face it with something you never had before. Proof. Proof that you've survived the worst. Proof that you've built yourself from the ground up. Proof that your strength doesn't come from someone else believing in you, but from you refusing to quit on yourself. They may never apologize. They may never admit they were wrong. They may never come back. And you finally accepted you don't need them to. You're not living for closure anymore. You're living for truth. And the truth is, the person you're becoming is more powerful than the person they forgot. This version of you isn't built from validation. It's built from vision, from fire, from mornings you didn't want to wake up, but did. From nights you cried in silence and still showed up the next day. From the moments you told no one about, but refused to let break you. Every scar is a signature now. Every setback, a signed contract that says you don't back down. Because when you stopped expecting someone to save you, you started saving your energy for the things that matter, not fixing others, not proving yourself, not explaining your growth to people committed to misunderstanding it. You started building in silence, training in the dark, loving the process more than the praise, learning to fall in love with being underestimated, because it made the victory personal. And when they finally ask how you did it, you won't need to explain, because your results will answer louder than words ever could. The way you carry yourself now, it's different. The way you protect your peace, the way you keep your promises, the way you hold the line when everything tries to pull you back, that's not luck, that's ownership. Discipline has replaced desperation. Standards have replaced excuses, and purpose has replaced the noise. You don't chase what's not meant for you anymore. You don't shrink for comfort. You expand for meaning. You've learned that strength isn't about how loud you are. It's about how consistent you stay when no one is watching, when nothing's working, when no one claps. But you still show up, still move forward, still rise. You used to think becoming your best self required inspiration. But now you know, it just requires decision, and commitment to that decision even when it hurts, even when it's lonely, even when no one believes it'll work but you, because you're not who you were, and you're not waiting to be rescued. You are done hoping someone will change your life. You are done expecting the world to understand your battle. You are done thinking your pain makes you powerless. It made you dangerous. You've earned this strength. You've earned this silence. You've earned this moment where you finally see yourself clearly, not as someone broken, but as someone becoming. So don't look back. Don't slow down. Don't wait for applause. The mission isn't to be seen, it's to become undeniable. Let them doubt. Let them forget. Let them move on. Because the moment you stopped waiting for them was the moment you started building a life they'll never ignore. This is your evolution. This is your comeback. This is the chapter they never expected you to write. A chapter you finish on your feet, unshaken, unmoved, and finally, unafraid. You don't need saving anymore. You're not the victim. You're the author now. You're writing with fire, editing with pain, and publishing with power. And the story? It's only just begun. Because the version of you that's rising now won't just survive, it will rewrite everything. And when they finally try to catch up, they'll realize you didn't just move on, you moved beyond. If this lit a fire inside you, protect that flame. Like the video, subscribe to Winner's Frequency, and keep building every single day.